Good evening, cottagers. I am very pleased to say two things. First, congratulations, Core, for being first to the stream. And second, I am elated to welcome a very, very special guest here onto the stream today. Please give a very warm welcome to Ness1228. Raz, what are you doing with your outfits?
Give me just one sec,
I
it...
am seeing three different outfits here.
Shh.
There's your vampire scholar on my screen. There's your half astronaut on your stream.
You're not even on mine. Okay.
My question, it begs the question, how are the strings attached to you on the inside with the space bubble helmet over on that other side? Also,
That's a great question. They should be able to.
Oh no. Anyway, hello. Let's give a warm welcome to everybody. Well, first of all, welcome in Core. Congratulations on being first. Welcome in May. Welcome in TTS Redeem that I'm just gonna speak over. What the heck? my chat loves to bombard me with text-to-speech jokes. So welcome in Macho Cat, welcome in Perky Plays Games, and welcome in Brainy. What game? Raz, do you think this is a game?
No, I think I said just chatting, didn't I?
Just chat. Oh, this is gonna be more than a game. Today, we are going to be eating cheese. Also, one second, Raz, quick, say things to get my audio.
Okay. Hi,
okay,
I'm here.
Okay. You failed to say things. I can't believe it.
Oh.
You had one job.
Oh, sorry.
Truly the moment of all time. You failed the QTE. There'll be plenty more where that came from. Why are you talking like that, Ness? Did you overdo the pills? Maybe. I'm talking like this today because today we are in the presence of comfy, cozy Queen Tia.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
So today is going to be a comfy, cozy cheese collab, as opposed to last week, which was I accidentally overdrank way too much wine. Today, I'm going to be drinking a lot less wine, to the point where, let's get this off the table. The news. Oh God. Core. Raz.
What?
I hope you like jokes.
I love jokes.
We're gonna get a lot of them today.
Yay! I love jokes.
In Pandora's box. Nice to meet everybody here. I'm usually lurking in Raz's streams. I used to be in her Discord server before she merged, and I'm like, oh, merger? I hardly know her.
You were an active part. I mean, a part of it is I got rid of the mahjong chat in the merger. I think.
Funny you should bring that up. History repeats itself. Guess who also quit Mahjong and got rid of their Mahjong chat?
Ness is barely audible. Oh no! Wait, why did you quit? Why did you quit Jong? Let me. I'm gonna boost you, but.
Okay, so I'm going to tell my story.
Yeah.
As to why I quit Jong.
Yeah.
Reggie Fils-Aimé, former president of Nintendo of America, once said, "The game is fun. If it isn't fun, why bother?"
That's, I get it. I understand.
Now, there's a bit of history to that, actually. I recall when you made your decision to stop playing Jong, I was baffled. I'm like, why? Why would you do that? You're one of my favorite Jong streamers. That's how I got to know you. And when you said the game started to get really uncomfy and stressful on stream, I'm like, I hope I never have to feel that way about the game.
Mm-hmm.
Little did I know.
It was coming. Your time was coming.
Basically, once you reach a certain point, gotta go meeting people real life, enjoy your meeting break.
Yeah.
You know what else left you baffled? Your baffling You're just gonna bombard us with jokes all straight.
Required, I guess. But I'm here for it. Who doesn't love a good joke?
Absolutely loves telling jokes. It's wonderful. I'm all about jokes, good and bad. Primarily bad. That's all I can do is bad jokes.
Bad jokes, I think, are kind of the best kind of joke.
There's even more coming on. a horror book, and it's pretty good, but it's in Braille. Something bad is about to happen in the story. I can feel it. Speaking over my own TTS just for delivery. I'll pay for you to stop talking like Bob Ross. Listen, that's my whole... The joke today, how long can I keep up this Bob Ross attitude? Because truth be told, I equate Rosaldia here to two things. One, she is unironically literally the Bob Ross of VTubers. And two, dang it, May, I'm trying to explain something, not a joke. I see why. You guys are killing me. But secondly, before we get into the cheese, I just want to say, in front of her face, now that she's here, just let me cook here for a second.
Okay, I'm letting you cook.
Watching Raz's stream is like coming home from a long day of work and falling face first into a gigantic, lightly vanilla-scented beanbag sofa.
Oh, that's like one of the nicest things someone has ever said to me.
Now, the good news is I have overtaken you in Red Dead Redemption, so I can now watch those streams as well.
That is so exciting. You haven't been playing it on stream, right?
I have chosen not to stream the game and enjoy it on my own, and that is a very positive decision that my community actually recommended. It was a unanimous decision. Everyone said, don't stream it. Enjoy the game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
I will say, having streamed it, you get a lot of kids that come in and they want to role play being cowboys.
Yeehaw, cowboy.
Yeah, which has its own charm. But how are you enjoying the game so far? Because you're in Are you in chapter 4? Or have you progressed past chapter 4?
I am still in chapter 4. I have not yet passed chapter 4, but many things have happened. And I just realized, while we could talk about Red Dead, which we will be doing a lot, I suspect, I introduced you. It's your turn to introduce me.
Oh, true. Oh, true.
That's how the introductions work. We don't introduce ourselves, we introduce each other here on Cheese Collabs.
I love that. Well, y'all, if you're a cottager and you don't know Ness, I have to ask you why. But Ness is like, first of all, how have you dodged that? Second,
I'm quite loud.
You're loud, but also like been such a core cottager member for so long.
Core is in chat. He's right there.
Well, that's true. Okay, I need a different word other than core. Anyway, Ness is, I think, so Ness I met via Mahjong originally, which I don't remember how you stumbled into my stream, but
I don't remember
either. It happened, and I'm very happy that it did. And one of my favorite things about Ness, those of you who watch Ness already know this, but Ness has like this incredible ability to be
loud.
Not just loud, but like, because I like the loud too, but also like you laugh a lot and you're very happy. Not all the time. You can be unhappy at points too, but I appreciate your ability to just like find joy in things and be excited about things, because I think the world needs more people who are excited about things and less...
Thanks, it's the trauma.
But it worked, but you wear it well, you know?
That's 35% alcohol, Smiles. I haven't opened the drink yet. We haven't even opened the cheese yet.
Yeah.
We're not quite there yet.
We're not even there. Ness hasn't even shown his setup yet.
Oh, yes. Correct. By the way, in case you're curious, first of all, Raz looking a bit despondent there. Second time I've used that word. But on my stream, if you'd like to multi-stream drift, I will be doing hand cam, like I do with all my cheese collabs. I have not yet revealed the hands or the cheese we will be eating today.
I know, very exciting.
We will be doing that right now. I've never had the cheese today, but when it comes to cheese collabs, you could say I was made for this.
I'm so glad you picked a maid outfit because when you told me that there was a possibility of an
Possibility, that's a
outfit,
guarantee.
I was wondering if it was going to be a maid because many moons ago in our previous Discord,
Oh boy.
we cosplayed together as maids. I don't remember if you remember.
I have the photo. I have the photo somewhere. In fact, I think it.
I
Jamie, pull up the photo. 1 second. This is using my V1 outfit. Nobody has seen my V1 outfit. This is what it looked like.
It was perfect. Yes. The version 1, it was perfect.
My version 1 outfit that I no longer use for safety reasons, shall I say.
Yes, that's a good way to put it.
I'm staying out of this one. You're gonna get in trouble. It's fine. There's gonna be a lot of trouble. In fact, make it double, or rather, Dubliner. Dubliner?
I think it's Dubliner, but it could be either way.
Dubliner? I hardly know her. I have been waiting all day to say that. You have no idea.
I love it. And then you got a Sauv Blanc as well.
Yes, this is the cheapest Sauvignon Blanc I could find, and fortunately, it's only 750 milliliters. I will not be making the same mistake I did last week.
Yay! We love that.
We drink responsibly in here.
Yes.
We don't get carried away with our collab partners. Ness is wearing a maid outfit, and quoting Team Rocket motto is very fitting. Prepare for trouble, and make it double. To unite our cheeses in this collab. I don't have something off the top of my head that rhymes with collab. I should have picked an easier word. This is why I don't do rhymes, but so many things rhyme with rhymes. Ness, Raz, together. I forgot the rest of how the motto goes. But enough with that, on with the show. There, I made one rhyme. I win.
You did it. It's perfect.
We did it. I win. Speak for yourself on not getting here to listen. Ness is still about half your volume if you can turn it up for us.
I'm boosting him.
He has desktop audio.
I do have you as desktop audio, but I'm boosting it.
No, never do that. Never use desktop audio. Friends don't let friends stream using desktop audio. Excuse me, this is why you don't stream with desktop audio.
It's perfect. It's perfect. He should be better now. I was expecting Ness to be louder, you guys. I was prepping.
Now, the problem is when I do get louder, you're gonna have to turn me down again.
It's
okay. You're far from the first girl I like that's turned me down.
Oh. Ness.
Yes?
That was a sad one.
What do you mean? I thought that was hilarious.
Okay. It was
Whale, whale, whale. What do we have here? Who are you calling a whale? Excuse me. I don't whale on gacha I don't whale that much on gacha games. Not anymore. Welcome in, taters.
Did you used to whale a lot on gacha games? Aside from John?
Not necessarily whale. I will say, every gacha game I have touched, I have put in at least 3 figures, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Now, the good news for me, I do have a spreadsheet that I update whenever I make an expense, and it keeps track of the total amount of money that I've spent in the game. I'm doing that for my current game, Girls Frontline 2, and ever since the, shall I say, very bold strategy business decisions that the developers are making in the direction the game's heading, I have made the executive decision to cut back spending quite a lot. Does your Airsoft collection count as though I have my own separate Airsoft expenditures sheet? I don't want to talk about that right now. I don't want to do that. Please.
We don't need to traumatize Ness with his own spending.
Hey, I'm happy. On my desk, I have the ultimate fidget toy. This is the Derringer I Hardly Know Her. Because it's the ultimate fidget toy. Because this is a tiny little thing. It has a little lever right here that when you flip it forward, This flips up, and you can flip it up and down. This is how you load it with little airsoft BBs.
That's
And you flip
fancy.
it, and it's single action, so you pull the hammer back. We just checked it's empty. Bang. And the ultimate meme is fanning the hammer on a Derringer. I love that. Raz, Nessin's airsoft is directly your fault. Yes. Many decisions of mine are directly influenced by Core as well as other members of not just my community, but other communities I've mingled in. Including yours, actually.
Oh.
You
Hopefully.
have positive influence.
Hopefully it's been positive.
Oh, it's all been positive.
Okay, good.
Coughs and Golden Deagle. Core, you be patient. I have lots of ambitions for that one. Long story short, Core straight up bought me a Golden Tiger Stripe Desert Eagle airsoft gun, and I am going to be doing quite the stream with it.
Well, that sounds
Hopefully
fun.
late October, early November, if I could get everything set up for it. Taters definitely helped a little bit, but it counts.
That sounds wild. Also expensive.
Things get really expensive around here, but you know what? The way I see it, once you have all of your main finances covered and you have a decent savings for an emergency fund that I call it, anything after that, why shouldn't you spend it on things you enjoy? I've come to the realization
That's true.
that this is gonna sound very AI generated influencer, but hear me out. YOLO! So, I'm enjoying myself while I still can.
That's
That's
good.
also the first time I've ever unironically said YOLO. What am I doing? I'm not even drunk yet. You can easily influence me into debt? Good luck. I have a gambling problem. Raz, last night in Red Dead,
Oh no.
I lost $2 playing poker.
That's kind of a lot.
Now I only have $2,889 left in my bankroll. I am destitute. I will never financially recover from this.
I mean, at least it was only $2 when you had 2,000, rather than,
Yeah.
you know, at some
I'm so
points in
good.
that game where you actually are
Like-
destitute.
Oh no, just like how the story makes us believe we're destitute. No, the gang's not broke. Arthur Morgan's just keeping all the money to himself. Now, with plenty of further ado... Wait, have you started eating yet?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I was starving.
Every single time. Every single time. Every single time. This is fine. I am going to open the cheese.
I'm sorry, Ness. I was so hungry. I had already
Don't be
opened
sorry.
it.
This happens quite literally. Every single cheese stream, except for one.
Well, they
For
have
my
better
Collab
manners, I
partner.
guess. The one
That's fine.
that waited. What made you
Today-
start the cheese collabs, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, I'd love to answer that question.
Yeah.
In fact, ask me that again after I have sampled the cheese, and
Okay.
we will get into the cheese collab lore.
Okay.
Now, Dubliner cheese. I've never had this before. But Core, the 1228 is how many calories is in this block of cheese that I'm about to devour in front of you in very uncomfy fashion. So I hope you're ready. Also, Ray-Ban-Dan80, thank you, and thank you for following. I just want to give a full disclaimer. Raz is a very comfy, cozy, wholesome, awesome streamer, and I am the polar opposite of that. So expect very loud, wild, off-the-wall content. Today is a very rare exception. I am, for the record, I do not see myself as a comfy, cozy person. I'm the kind of person that would just straight up take a bite out of a block of cheese. QED. Oh, God! Okay.
Impression.
My immediate impression. Now, My very first impression was this is a big block of cheese. This is actually the biggest block of cheese we've had on the Collab show.
That is a big one. They do tend to come large, but that's still.
My second immediate impression was moldy gym socks, but that was immediately followed up with expired yogurt.
All right. Okay.
Now here's the thing. In Mother 3, yogurt heals for 80 health. This is a good thing. And the easiest way to get yogurt is to get milk. Let it sit in your inventory until it becomes spoiled milk, in which I'm pretty sure it poisons you if you eat it.
Mm-hmm.
But then, if you just let it sit in your inventory even longer, it'll eventually turn into yogurt. And that yogurt could never spoil. But if it did, it turned into this. That means this must heal 160 health.
Hopefully.
Sounds delicious. You should take another bite. Bet.
So my understanding for Dubliner is that it's meant to be a cheddar with like the sweetness of Parmesan, if that makes sense. That's their goal. So it's kind of a strange combo.
Funnily enough, I have not had just cheddar cheese.
Really? I was gonna do cheddar, but I had assumed, I was like, he's probably done sharp cheddar.
I've had sharp cheddar before, which is why I recommend against it. I'm trying new cheeses.
Yeah.
I go for other people's cheeses to enter a whole new world of cheese. The wine we're drinking. I don't know wine. Would you like to introduce the wine?
Yeah, Sauvignon Blanc is like a nice white wine. It's very versatile. It can either go kind of sweet or kind of crisp.
That goes so good with the cheese, holy moly.
It does go good with cheese. It's just a good all-rounder. I will say, if you get a Sauvignon Blanc from California, I find them to be a little bit like sharper, maybe a little bit more bitter. If you do something more like a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, they're sometimes a little bit more mellow, but any Sauvignon, it's a good summer wine, people say. People like drinking it outside in the summer, but I drink it all the time.
So let's see. You've said cheddar, you've said bitter, you said summer. You keep speaking to me like this and I'm going to get the wrong idea. I'm just stacking up the I hardly knowers and it's taking me all of my strength not to just blurt it out. God dang it, Core. Please.
Core's got it for you.
Core did that with a Japanese text-to-speech.
Incredible.
Most streamers relegate their text-to-speech with like if you cheer bits or do a sub. Mine's just channel points. I mean, it's both, but you could text-to-speech with channel points. I'm demonstrating that we can, in fact, have nice things. Until someone demonstrates why we can't have nice things, we can have nice things.
It's true.
And I will say, so far, things are pretty nice. All things considered. This is quite nice. This is also training for future cheese collabs with other people that I categorize similar to you in terms of not high energy, cozy, easygoing, healthy, happy content.
Yes. Chill. You know, I was originally going to go for another blue cheese with you, but I felt like you had been blue cheesed out. And I was like,
absolutely should have.
I was like, we have to save Ness. Because I don't think you've done Roquefort, have you?
I have not. You could save that for season 3 of collabs if you'd like to be back on the show.
I would be happy to come back if you haven't done Roquefort yet, because that's actually one of my favorite.
Come back? All right, I guess you'll be back. Bye, I guess that's the stream.
That's it.
Oh, hey, we're back. You came back. Thank you. They don't always come back. That's like one of my 3 jokes. If you stay tuned, you'll hear the other 2 jokes. Wait, no, that's my second joke. My first joke is I hardly know her. Ah. It's okay. watch the whole stream and you might see the third joke in action.
Mm-hmm.
I only have 3 jokes. That's my secret.
So, tell us the history of the cheese collabs.
All right. Everybody get ready. Gather around the non-existent campfire for the cheese collab lore. The third joke is himself. Okay, maybe I have 4 jokes. Rip core. So, the history of the cheese collabs. I'd like to preface this by saying all of my ideas are bad ideas. And this was born from what I would consider a relatively bad idea. One day, I was in the shower, and I was thinking to myself, because when I'm in the shower, there's a wheel that spins, and whatever it lands on is what I get. Sometimes the wheel is existential dread. Sometimes, my favorite one, sometimes it's stream ideas. And it landed on stream idea, and what I got was, what if I just ate a block of cheese on stream? You were in the shower thinking of cheese. Yes, I was. The thought occurred to me. I was scrubbing my head with the shampoo. I hope that's the right way to do it. No one actually taught me how to take a shower. Anyway.
Sounds right to me.
I was scrubbing the shampoo in my hair, and the thought occurred to me, what if I just went to the store, got a cheese wheel, and just ate it on stream? I get out of the shower, and I tell my friend about it. Was the plan to eat
the whole wheel in one stream? Okay.
Yes. And I get out of the shower, and I tell my friend, my buddy G11, and he says, yo, let me do it with you. Because him and I are ride or die. Like,
love it.
He's one of my besties. So it turned into a cheese collab, and the original name for the cheese collab, I decided was skirting the line a little too close for the average passerby. Normally I would go for this, but lately I've been a little bit more conscious about my presentation. But my initial, before settling on cheese collab is actually short for the Cheesy Conversation Collab Project, or CCCP for short.
I love that.
Everyone loves it. I just have my reservations, simply because it's so long.
That is long.
Cheese collab is a lot easier.
It's true. That's true.
So that's kind of the origin of the cheese collab. And our first collab, oh man, really quick, I'll just explain what happened.
Yeah.
Off of memory. It was at 8 a.m.
Okay.
He can't wake up at 8 a.m, but he agreed to it anyway. He started stream like 5 minutes late. I was already live by then.
Yeah.
I might be mixing this up with a caffeinated collab, but either way, it makes for a funny story. But because these events, while maybe not in the same stream, they definitely did happen in collab streams with him. Mm-hmm. So it's not entirely false.
Right.
He was setting up stream while streaming, and that is if that isn't the most G11 thing I've heard him do, that suits his style perfectly. I thought it was hilarious. Normally, I am very, for lack of a better word, I'm very uptight and Karen when it comes to following schedules. Mm-hmm. And I get really anxious and uncomfortable when people are late, especially to a collaboration.
I'm sorry if I made you feel that today. If you guys don't know, I fell asleep, and then I woke up to Ness being like, hello?
Yeah.
Can we set up, please?
So what I messaged Raz before she messaged me back saying, sorry, I fell asleep. I said to her, Raz, do you remember when you were a little kid and you're at the grocery store with your mom and she hands you, you're in line for groceries at the checkout, and your mom hands you the grocery basket and says, hold my place in line, I need to get something really quick, and your mom just takes off. So you're like 8 years old in a grocery line full of adults, and the line just progressively moves closer and closer to the cashier, and your mom still isn't back yet. Now, as an old man TM, I never thought I'd ever have to relive that anxiety until I started scheduling lots of collabs with people. So now Raz it's at this point it's standard operating procedure. I've learned to play around it. Don't you worry.
That's good because I don't know. I don't know if this is a thing with other people, but with VTubers, it for sure
Yo,
is people.
We got a raid.
VTubers run late. Let's go!
I don't know who that is, but welcome
Ronnie,
in.
welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Let me get you a raid shout out. I'm doing a cheese
Okay.
collab with Ness.
Let me stuff my face with cheese so I don't have to speak.
I mean, if you want to. But Ronnie, Raid, what were you guys up to? Oh, you're playing Slime Rancher. Did you have fun with Slime Rancher? I hope you had a lovely time. If you guys don't know, Ronnie is on Irium with me. And also, clearly on Twitch, doing other things. But welcome in, Raiders. My name is Rosaldia. I go by Raz for short. I am a comfy, cozy marionette. I specialize in farming vegetables like in Story of Seasons and monsters like in Monster Hunter. And today I am with my dear friend Ness, and we are eating cheese and drinking wine and having fun conversations. So welcome in. If you'd like to go to Ness's stream, he actually has a visual of him eating this cheese.
I got a hand cam.
He got a hand cam. He's dressed up. We had lots of
Halloween.
fun though. I'm glad
You
it
have
is
inspired
Halloween.
me to dress up for Halloween.
It's a good time, right?
I really like all the outfits you bring out. I gotta ask, do you have 30 outfits just in case?
So, in a spreadsheet, yes. Loaded into my PC, no.
I'm happy. That's all I needed. That
No.
is commitment.
I do
I
have
love that.
I do have a lot. I have a lot that I've never brought out or that were not used over the years, so they exist. But obviously, Ronnie, if you have to go get food, a drink, rest, by all means, you are more than welcome to raid and run. But thank you for coming by. We super appreciate you. But yes, I feel like I'm sure you've experienced this becoming a VTuber, Nest, but I feel like half the joy is like going and finding funny assets and sticking them to yourself.
You don't know the half of it. Okay, I'm gonna do something. Let's see. I'm going to right-click on all of my asset folders. Let's see. Here we go.
It's dinner time for me. Have fun. Yes, please enjoy your dinner, Ronnie. Thank you for stopping by.
All right. Let's see.
I'm ready.
1,305 files, 62 folders, 3.5 gigabytes of stream assets. Very cool.
Whoa,
I
Ness.
go overboard.
That's a lot. No, but I appreciate the hustle.
I do it for... See, this is what passion does to someone.
Yeah.
Oops. But thanks for the raid, Veronia. Nice to meet ya. Oh, TTS redeem. God. There it is. I forgot to put the cheese hat on you.
Oh.
I set that up specifically to cheese you like that, and I forgot.
It's
Again,
perfect. It's perfect.
I forget it every stream. Every single stream I forget it.
Yeah, but you have Core. You have Core to tell you, put the cheese hat
Core.
on.
Core is unironically a core member of my community. Imagine not cheesing. Imagine not eating cheese during a cheese collab, which will happen one of these days, actually. Actually, that did happen. One of my cheese collabs was with Meech back in Season 1. Instead of cheese, we did an MRE with cheese in it. Can I have some cheese? Take some, bro. I got plenty to go around.
How was the MRE? Also, Tobular, I'm so sorry. You were on YouTube. I lost my YouTube chat for a minute, but I hope you're doing well.
Oh,
welcome.
Oh no, you have a YouTube chat. Let me pull that up.
I do.
I forgot. Oh,
it's okay.
No.
It's okay. I forgot to.
No, this is unacceptable. Let me pop that out. Hello, Tobular. Welcome in. As an old man. Oh, he's been here a while.
I know.
How could I have missed this? No.
No, I mean, I've missed it too, and it's my stream, so I'm really the one at fault.
Finally, we found worst viewers at Twitch TV/Nets122. How much cheese is that? Good question. I didn't actually check. This is a lot of cheese.
It's a lot of cheese.
How big is this? This is 1 pound. This is twice as big as my usual cheese.
Oh my god. Are you determined to eat the whole thing?
Now, most of the streams, I cannot finish the whole cheese. Some of them I do. Some of them I have, but something tells me this is not going to be a stream
No,
where I can finish the whole thing.
I don't think so. I just don't think it would be wise. I'm worried. I'm a little worried. Can you gain lactose intolerance? Is that a thing?
I hope not.
Because I was gonna say I'm kind of worried that Nathan's gonna give himself lactose intolerance.
Given how I spent the first 20 years of my life exclusively drinking milk, and then now I've been doing these cheese collabs quite a bit, and eating MREs. I think I'm pretty resilient unless I have to board a plane and go to Ofkai. That's when the food poisoning gods say, yeah, we've let you get away with it long enough. Have food poisoning and enjoy your convention. And I'm all like, of all the times for my poor food decisions to strike me, it just has to be Ofkai. Did I learn my lesson? Absolutely not.
That was really sad that you were sick at Ofkai. I felt very sad.
That didn't stop me.
That
It only slowed me down, but it didn't stop.
I know, but I'm sad that you got slowed down at all. Because it sucks to, like, be excited for something and then feel even a little unwell from not, like, partying too hard. Just, being poisoned.
Yeah. Also, May mentioning popcorn, why would you do that? For what purpose?
Do you hate
I'll
popcorn?
Eat anything, but popcorn is something I will turn down if given the opportunity, primarily for two reasons. One, it's not filling at all, and two, the kernels get stuck in my teeth and make me bleed.
Those are both fair reasons.
I don't like tasting my own blood, and if I do, I'm all like, oh no, I'm bleeding. I should mouthwash myself now. Back to your question about the MRE. Was the MRE good? I think so, and I'm someone who eats pretty much anything. For better or for worse.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's a life hack. If you don't care what you eat, in this economy, MREs are the way to go, because you get... I mathed it out. A 24-pack of MREs is like $80 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or less, or a little more. That comes out to a little over $3. So about $3.50 for a full 1,100 calorie meal. That is better than you'll get at a restaurant. That's like some of the best bang for your buck that you can get in the modern economy. Now, the trade-off is, well, it's an MRE. Are you getting all the nutrition you need? No. Does it taste good? Only if your name's Ness1228. This streak just confirms the fact that Ness can do ASMR streaks. Excuse me. Do you guys actually like it when I speak like this? I am putting in all of my effort not to just go loud. This is my stealth mode. Also, seeing as Ness is trying to keep things chill and low energy, I can help you burn off excess energy You know what? Bet. Tomorrow morning. I'm in. Core made me exercise.
Ooh,
because Core also exercised.
What kind of exercise?
That's a good question. I've already forgotten the exercises. All I know is that I went into the exercises with back pain, and then after I did the exercises, my back pain has severely diminished to the point where it's like almost gone.
That's great.
Core makes me feel younger. Very cool. Exercise is good even though I hate it. This voice is putting me to sleep. Raz can do that. I am slightly, I'm not going to say saddened, but it's a missed opportunity based on geographic location where I'm at, that she ends her stream at 9 p.m. her time, but that's like 6 p.m. my time.
It is, yeah.
So I can't fall asleep at 6 p.m.
Yeah. Well,
I could fall asleep at 6 p.m.
It would be great if you were trying to catch like a red-eye flight. If you were going to go on a flight at like 3 in the morning, maybe you could go to sleep at 6.
This voice is cute. Excuse me. Well, that's what VODs are for. Now, I went to Offkai last year, and I went to a panel, the Zoomy panel specifically. I forgot what the panel's for, but I met Resta there, and I did the Rasputin dance and fell over in front of a live studio audience, and it was very funny. But when it comes to catching VODs, VODs are never the same because there's no real-time interaction.
That's true.
That's, I think, one of my biggest favorite things about streamers is the real-time interaction. You get to mess with them live, and they get to resent you for it, and it's funny. Core just listed off the exercise routine. 2 sets of 10 Bulgarian split squats. Planking for a minute twice, please don't remind me. 2 sets of 20 leg lifts, a set of modified tricep kickbacks, and 2 sets of 20 forearm curls. Oh, and a minute of jumping jacks twice. Honestly, because my house has a crawl space, when I did the jumping jacks, it was shaking everything in my room, and I was worried my giant TV monitor would fall over. So I think I'm gonna go outside for those.
Probably a good
Hey
idea.
Raz, can you cut off Ness anytime if you think he's too yapping too much? Yes, just start speaking. I'm
I
known
could,
for
of course.
talking when
I like, I like when Ness is yapping, though. So I don't think I'm gonna, like, cut him off. That's why we're having this collab.
When it comes to yapping, I actually don't see myself as a very good yapper, and that may be hard to believe, but hear me out. Alcohol is what I like to secretly refer to as yapping juice. Is your house made out of popsicle sticks? Yes, it is. Don't tell the big bad wolf. I'll shoot him with my airsoft guns, and he'll get very annoyed. Ness has less back pain. Oh, bring it. I'm gonna be not hungover because we're drinking responsibly today. Where was I?
So do you
Yes.
not have a basement? You just have a
Nope.
crawl space?
Just a crawl space.
Do you have
If I
cave crickets in your crawl space?
I hope not. I haven't gone down there. I've
Okay.
had plumbers go down there and they didn't complain, so
My,
there's probably no rats down there.
My brother-in-law has a crawl space instead of a basement at his house, and he has cave crickets, which are very large. And
Oh.
his wife refuses to go down there. She's like, I'm not battling the cave crickets. That's all you.
Fair. Absolutely fair.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to yapping, I view that as a skill, honestly. People that can yap continuously, and by the way, apparently yapping can be taken in a negative context. I've never meant it as a negative. I mean it as the pure streamer slang for just chatting or keeping the ball rolling conversationally. Get that content out there. Fry those crickets. Put cheese on it. Hey, there's a cheese collab idea. Send some of those cave crickets my way. I'll melt some cheese, and I'll try some exotic new American cuisine. Ness, if you choose to stay indoors for the exercise, I recommend using the Ring Fit pad. I can do that. What kind of cheese, though? Today, we are eating the... How do you pronounce it?
Dubliner.
Dubliner. I hardly know her. See? 2 or 3 jokes.
Perfect.
Every single time. I've got it down to a science. Regarding yapping, when I'm sober, I need something to talk about, and a acquired streaming skill is being able to keep the ball rolling by yourself.
That is true.
And for that, I need a conversation topic that can snowball and tangent into other conversation topics. And unfortunately, it all keeps coming back to work, and I try not to talk about work, so I'm not going to, although I've been having some pretty good days lately, which is awesome. I used to be having not great days, but things have been looking up because of Joy-Con drift. It keeps looking upwards.
Well, I'm glad you've been having better days at work. I will say, I started streaming on Irium over the summer.
What is Irium?
So Irium is a mobile VTubing app. So it allows you to stream just from your phone with no other hookup. And it has
pretty neat.
It's very neat, and the cool thing is it has really low latency even in relation to like Twitch and YouTube. Like there is a little bit of a delay between when you send your chat and then when the streamer can see it. There's no latency or very low latency on Irium, but the one thing is you can only show yourself on Irium. Like it's only the VTuber model. So you can't really do like gaming streams. And
Just chatting?
so it's just chatting all the time. And like people do tons of like fun things on Irium, but it's been funny because I think I'm like an okay yapper, you know? And then I got on Irium and I was like, whoa, this feels harder. I was like, wait a second, there's no game to talk about.
Yeah.
I just have to talk about whatever? Crazy.
Just chatting is a It's definitely one of the stream categories, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And not having a game to fall back to. This is one of the reasons why I kind of shy away from just chatting streams. In fact, I think outside of Cheese Collabs, I think I've done about 2 just chatting streams. Wait, just kidding. 2 sober just chatting streams. There we go. I, for a while, and I'm kind of bringing it back occasionally, I do what's called a Tipsy Tales stream, where I have a subject I want to ramble about.
Mm-hmm.
So, my last one, Jamie, pull up my last Tipsy Tales stream. What was it? What was it about? I can't even remember. The days meld together so quick, so much. Tipsy Tales from a conscientious chauffeur. I try to make the Tipsy Tales have the added alliterative appeal in the title.
Love it.
And that one was just about my stories of me driving my family around for them to go on vacation, but not me. Hence, I'm a conscientious chauffeur.
Sounds, well, I guess it could go either way. It depends on how all that went down, but...
We literally love alliteration. I love it.
It's perfect. It's an excellent way to title your streams, too. It's very witty.
I appreciate creativity, especially in streaming.
Yeah. The one
Oops,
thing...
that's a lot of wine.
That is a lot of wine. That's okay. Just sip it slowly. The one thing I will say...
I have water.
Yep, good. The one thing I will say on Irium is, I think because it's really exhausting to just do chatting streams. One, a lot of people do karaoke streams on Irium because there's no like DMCA, like there's no auto flag system on Irium. So
the Wild West, I love it.
So people have a much easier time with that without having to worry about their streams getting shut down. And then a lot of people do people have been doing like choose your own adventure streams recently, which are actually really fun.
I think you cut out. What kind of streams?
Like choose your own adventure streams. So they'll like write a whole thing.
Ideas now.
Yeah, so they write a whole thing and then they like let their chat decide like when there's like branching paths, they let them like
Jamie,
vote.
Pull up my streamideas.txt file. I'm adding that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Please do.
Bam.
I'm bringing you the tech from Irium.
Yo, there we go. Choose your own adventure. With all my cosplays and things, that might be wild.
Yeah. No, it's so fun. So people love those, and then Irium, instead of like subs and emotes and stuff, Irium does gifting. It's very similar to any like vertical streaming. So then people use GIFs as like ways to do like Batsu streams or spinning wheels or like doing all this stuff. So it's fun. They have all sorts of stuff that they're up to over there, but it was definitely a learning curve when I was like, wait a second, you guys are just chatting. Like, I'm not gonna do karaoke, so I guess I just have to talk. I like singing to myself. I don't love singing in front of people who actually are trained or have a good ear for music.
See, here's the thing. I remember how I said all of my ideas were born from bad ideas?
Uh-huh.
You remember how my cheese collab started?
Yeah.
I'd like to rewind the clock back to around autumn of 2020. I was drunk in my room one night, and I had the silly idea of trying to do Japanese karaoke, because 2020 was the year that I picked up learning Japanese. And my drunken mind was like, yo, karaoke originated in Japan, and if I learned how to do Japanese karaoke, that would really do a number on my reading speed in Japanese.
That is true.
And I really like singing, even though I'm not good at it. And I told my buddy G11 about it, and he's like, bro, let me in. We both got drunk and Discord called each other, and thus began the primitive first Ness1228 Discord karaoke night. Since then, nearly every Saturday, I've done a Discord karaoke night where getting drunk is optional. I definitely get drunk. And we sing to our heart's content. And there's a structure to it, and it's very fun. The thing is, my next karaoke night is tomorrow night in my server. If you'd like to join, I'm just gonna go ahead and link it in my chat here.
Yeah, drop that link.
The link is only visible on my stream. It's not gonna clog up your stream, don't you worry.
That's fine.
Because Stream Element shouts it out. But I would like to preface it with a warning that my Discord karaoke nights get very rowdy and, quite honestly, uncomfortable for most audiences. So it's not for the faint of heart, but it is a good time. You could think of it like a rowdy tavern with a karaoke mic.
That's a good vibe, though.
It's only a good vibe if you're thick-skinned. I will say it does get quite brash and defensive.
Oh.
So it's not recommended for everybody. That said, if the demand is there, I can hold a much more chill, easier going karaoke night, where I won't be drinking nearly as much. I think a few karaoke nights ago, I woke up the next morning, I threw up 4 times, and it was,
oh,
lessons
no.
should have been learned, but they weren't.
That's an aggressive hangover.
It was very aggressive, but I had a great time.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you had a good time. Oh, I meant to ask you, Ness. Do you go to other conventions other than like Off-Kai?
SakuraCon. It is a convention in Seattle. Yes, I'm doxing myself. I live in the Pacific Northwest, but like nobody lives up here that is also on the internet, so I'm safe. If you want to come say hi to me, just know that I am very shy, and I will try to rapid fire my airsoft guns at you. So prepare to take some plastic BBs, and it's going to be very annoying.
When is SakuraCon a summer?
Easter weekend.
Okay.
The Sunday is always Easter Sunday.
Gotcha.
Is when it's scheduled. So all of the bunny ears come out on Sunday. My first time at SakuraCon, I did not know that because I don't pay attention to most holidays outside the holiday season. And I'm like, oh, hey, you're that character that I like, but what's with the bunny ears? Oh, hey, everyone's handing me these Easter eggs with candy in the... Oh, it's Easter.
That's cute, though.
It's good stuff. Bunnies. I mean, I've recently taken appreciation to rabbits. Rabbits are nice.
They are nice. They're good friends.
Especially when they are alive and not dangling out of the mouth of my cat as she comes up to the porch and meows loudly saying, hey, you suck at hunting. I did it for you.
Yeah.
Eat this so you don't die. Those were the days.
Cats are funny like that. When they're like, hey, I noticed that you're bad at this. So here, I got this for you.
Raz, 2 things. First of all, it's about 5 minutes before the first Bezos break. I'll explain that in about 3 minutes. Second of all, I've noticed that due to drinking about a quarter of the bottle, because there's still plenty left in this glass, my volume is starting to gradually increase, so I hope you have my volume slider on hand. This is, believe me, I was prepared to use all of my willpower to speak as calmly as possible, as to not frighten away your viewers. I'm trying my best to read the room, and still being a good cheese collaborator, I hardly know her.
You've been a great collaborator.
I try.
Don't worry. If you get louder, we'll make some adjustments, but I think
louder?
You're fine.
I hardly know her.
I think you're fine though.
We will get the 3rd joke by the end of the stream, don't you worry.
Good.
The problem is I forgot what the 3rd joke was.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
If I had a nickel for every time I jinxed wearing a maid outfit in a cheese collab, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Very cool.
Perfect.
There's no third joke. That's the joke! Oh, that's a good joke. I've done that to people. Hey, Raz, you want to know something neat?
What's neat?
Same.
What?
You want to know something neat? Yes? Well, I do too. I'd love to know something neat.
I was like, what?
That's the joke.
Love it. Wait, is that your third joke?
No.
Oh.
I stole that joke from someone else.
Oh, okay.
Just like all my jokes. Actually, wait, no. I think I came up with that one in, like, middle school. So that one's in my back pocket. This thing doesn't have pockets. Uh-oh.
Welcome to womanhood. There are no pockets. Nothing you wear will have pockets ever again if you choose to wear women's garments.
Ah, yes. The 2 genders. Womanhood and Robin Hood.
Exactly. Those are your 2 options.
Well, the good news is that it's been almost 3 minutes. So, coming up is what's going to be known as a Bezos break. On my streams, what I do is I manually run the ads such that I can just stop the stream content and you guys don't get rudely interrupted by intrusive ads. And you're not missing any stream content whatsoever. It also gives me time to recuperate, get some water, drink whatever I need to do. But on cheese collabs, it's even better. What I'm gonna do is send you all to Raz, because this way, if you go to her stream right now, when I run the ads and you're in her stream, you're not gonna get any ads from me, and you're not gonna miss any stream content at all. We're
It's
beating
true.
the system.
We
I
are.
do this every cheese collab. Everybody go, if you're in my chat, go to Raz. Simple, unless you want to see ads.
Yeah, maybe you like
I don't
ads.
know why. Maybe you like ads. Who am I to judge? Just kidding. It's my First Amendment right to judge. I'm judging you right now.
Imagine Raz runs ads at the same time.
Raz told me before stream she doesn't really run the ads per se. She just does the pre-roll sort of deal, which is why I'm giving you guys plenty of heads up to join it now. So by the time those ads are done, what are ads? Good question. Adding is the opposite of subtracting, where you are making something and putting more things into that thing. That's ads.
Yep. Perfect.
By the way, I wasn't kidding. We're about to run ads. Don't watch the ads. Go to Raz's stream. You're not going to be missing well, you're going to be missing stuff on my stream, but you're not going to miss anything if you go to Raz's stream. It's simple. Do it. The ads are coming. I'm not kidding. Here they come. Better watch out. Here we go. Don't watch them. Oh, God. Okay, Raz, for the next 3 minutes, say things that people are going to want to pay to hear.
Ooh, pay to hear. I don't know. What if
It's the ad break. If you're subbed, then you get to hear everything, unless you are on Raz's stream, in which you get to hear this for free.
Ads is kind
Ads
of
is like a cross between an axe and a hoe. What the heck?
that is
awesome.
True.
Drag on D's.
Oh my god. Yo, what is this ad? Is this a Battlefield ad?
Wait, are you giving me my 2 cents of ad revenue?
I sure am. Oh yeah, it was. It was a Battlefield 6 ad.
Raz! I don't keep any of the money I get from stream. That's my stream budget that I use for things on stream, such as games or cosplays or assets. I don't even. My cosplays are out of pocket. I don't use the stream budget for cosplays.
Cosplays cost a lot, so reasonable.
They do, and okay, here the cosplays that I've shown off on stream. My maid outfit, my Ness outfit, which is just my regular clothes. So does that even count? No, I'm gonna remove that one. So I got my maid outfit. I got Spas 12, also known as Sabrina. I got G36. Wait, that's my maid outfit. After that, I showed off Springfield. After that, I showed off Vector. After that, I showed who did I show off before Vector? Was it? Oh yeah, parry the MP5. That's at least 5. Yeah, I'm gonna stop there. I may or may not have more that I have yet to reveal.
Oh.
In fact, I've revealed another one in karaoke night that I'm waiting for the perfect opportunity to reveal on stream. But I'm not going to spoil it. If you know, you know. If not, stay tuned eventually. Last plane's gone, you're off to work and getting into your car. Enjoy your drive 2011, taters.
Woohoo. Hopefully it's nice
and before
and
he
peaceful.
sets us to audio only and puts us on his speakers on the drive home, because this is basically radio stream.
Yeah, that is true.
That's the secret. Become true second monitor content. If you're a good radio tuber, you've got it made. Very few tubers make it to first monitor content like you did yesterday.
That's true. It's hard because, like, I don't know, I mean, you could even be the best streamer in the world, but when I watch streams, it's always a second monitor.
For me, my second monitor is reserved for Discord or whatever the heck is my secondary activity.
That's fair.
So all of my streams go to third monitor content, but it's basically second monitor content.
Yeah.
I classify myself as fifth monitor content, in which some people will say, Ness, people don't have 5 monitors, in which I say, did I stutter?
Also, I'm glad you like the spacesuit, May.
And the ads are over.
Hooray!
Welcome back, everyone's gone. They all went to your stream.
Well, they can come back. They can come back if they want the visual.
Fair enough. I don't know, the space shoot visual is very enticing because, myself included, several of my community really like aerospace and space. Wait, that's also space. Actually, you're still here. Taters, drive safely. What are you doing here? Get out of here.
Have you played Kerbal Space?
I have over 100 hours in Kerbal Space.
On stream.
No. Oh.
You have to do it. Give the people what they want.
So here's the thing about that. There's 2 kinds of streamers. There's people that are bad at the game but very entertaining, or there's people that are the best at the game but don't really know how to keep the ball rolling. Now, I don't know where I fit in with that because to give some context, I do have a mechanical engineering degree. I know how physics works, and I've put a lot of time into Kerbal Space Program. I don't feel like I could make a Kerbal Space Program stream entertaining because I know what I'm doing. And that I know that sounds funny. That sounds weird. Like, he knows what he's doing in this crazy science game. And you would think that would be entertaining, but Kerbal Space Program is a game where everything's supposed to go wrong.
Yeah.
But things can go right if you do the preparations, and I've done those preparations. Actually, here's a quick story. I made a rover that I meant to land on Eve, and I thought I had it down perfect. Everything. I did all the research, and I made this ultimate rover that I was gonna send to Eve. It's gonna land on Eve, and it's gonna transmit all that ground science back to Kerbin. And I'm like, yeah, I'm exploring Eve on a rover, because landing on Eve and getting out of Eve is a pain that I don't want to deal with. Rover, I hardly know where it's how to do. You get a freaking gold medal for that one. Anyway, I launched the ship with the rover as the payload. I get the rover to Eve orbit. I launched the rover out to land because it was part of a bigger spaceship with science modules on it anyway. So I launched the rover down to land on Eve. The rover breaks through the atmosphere and jettisons out of its land escape pod to parachute down to Eve, because Eve has a poisonous atmosphere, but it's still an atmosphere. You can land on Eve. Awesome. Parachutes down to Eve, and the rover lands upside down.
Well, that is tragic.
And I'm all like, oh, okay, this is fine. I can't move the rover, but at least it can collect science data and transmit it back to Kerbin, right? I miscalculated the antenna range, and it was out of range. I could not control the rover.
Well, see, but that would be funny. There have to be hijinks like that happen.
This was about like 2018, 2019. Engineer, yes. I thought it was a very Kerbal level failure, if I do say so myself. And if the Mythbusters taught me anything, it's that failure is always an option. Why do you think I'm a VTuber?
Classic. That's true, though. Always an option. Always there. VTubing is always available.
Failure? I hardly know her. Second joke's really strong. That's why it's even my stream tag. That's it. That is the level of humor we have over here.
I didn't even notice you had that as a tag.
Oh, yeah. No, I keep forgetting my stream tags because I have cosplayer, I hardly know her, like right next to each other. What? Your only tag is English, I noticed.
I know.
I guess you're English.
Yeah. When I stream Monster Hunter, I add the Charge Blade tag. But that's it.
Nice. I'm a hunting horn guy myself. Helped by how I played trumpet in real life. And how when all the weapons were explained to me. He's like, sword and shield, very basic, you can use items with your weapon out. I'm like, that's pretty neat. Charge blade, just stand in one place and hope the monster doesn't move. Wow, that looks cool, but that sucks.
Yeah.
And longsword, do you like tripping your teammates? Mm-hmm. Then this one's for you. Live out all your weeb fantasies with this weapon that's clunky and everyone gets mad at. Cool. Hunting horn, you get to bonk the monster like a hammer with the added bonus of being a bard. And I'm like, say no more, fam.
Yeah.
That's for me. And so, for the first 700 hours of my Monster Hunter experience, I played Hunting Horn. I beat the whole game with Hunting Horn. I was the Hunting Horn guy of my whole squad, always. Everyone else was doing their cool things with their weapons. And it wasn't until 700 hours that I'm like, wait, there's other weapons in this game. What if I tried one? So I picked up the Charge Blade. And I'm like, this is pretty complex. Is there a Charge Blade that isn't as complex? Because this is pretty neat. And the Switch Axe is all like, hey, is it me you're looking for? And so my second weapon was the Switch Axe. And I'm all like, this is pretty neat. I like this. If there are 4 weapons I don't think I'll ever learn how to use ever. And that is Lance, Gun Lance, Light Bowgun, Heavy Bowgun. I just cannot get the hang of those weapons at all.
I think that's fair.
It just ain't me. And that's the beauty of it, because I was best friends with a Lance main, and Lance was his jam. And I'm like, this is awesome. There's so many play styles that just fits everyone.
Yeah, there's basically a weapon for every person. You just have to figure out what that is.
I do like how the tutorial just lets you... Well, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate tutorial. They have tutorial missions, training missions that you can access at any time to just experiment with the weapons. It just puts you in the arena against a great Jaggy, which I'm not even sure is in the game anymore, but in 4 Ultimate it was. And it was quite the time.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. I think now, if you want to, like, change weapons, you just make it and then go to the training arena, which is, like, not as fun. Or I guess you go hunt, like, the lowest level monster you can find.
It works.
Granted,
speaking of...
I'm, like, a specialist, so I'm probably never going to change from Charge Blade, so...
So, you said you don't sing, but since you're a specialist, that makes you a Persona 4 specialist, meaning you get to do the specialist dance.
Oh. I know nothing about Persona.
Same. All I know is that apparently in Persona 4, you can make the protagonist do a dance to the song called Specialist, and that song is a bop. I recommend it.
I'll have to look it up.
Hammer good. One of my friends was a hammer main. And when you have a hammer and a hunting horn on the same team, that means you have 2 bonkers going bonkers on the monster's noggin, and you have two slashers going hack and slash on the monster's tail. There's no in between. So the monster would get knocked down, and they'd be slashing at his tail, and with two people bonking the head, the monster would then get KO'd, and he'd fall over again.
Mm-hmm.
We got so many tail drops, it was wonderful. Those were the days.
That's a good way to go. It's a good team comp.
Those were the days, and then we all graduated and went our separate ways, in many ways similar to Journey. Just kidding, that was a failed love song. Well, rather, lost love. All these 80s love songs. They're a guilty pleasure, okay?
I love that for you, though. I will say, Monster Hunter is definitely not for everybody, but if it's your kind of game, there's probably a weapon that you would like, but...
I disagree with that, because the game is literally called Monster Hunter for you.
Well,
for Ultimate, that's
it's
the
for
joke.
Ultimate, yes.
Yeah, Monster Hunter for you. You see, there's still wine in here.
There is.
Oh, speaking of drinking and things getting funny, I'm reminded once again of the Red Dead Redemption 2 mission called A Quiet Night or A Quiet Time, where you take Lenny out to the bar.
Oh, God.
Because he's sad that Micah got captured in Chapter 2. That is still one of my favorite missions, because I can actually relate to it. When I turned 21, I am surprised I remember this, but here we go. My 21st birthday, it was a very, 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 very long time ago, but don't you worry about those details. Core memories. I went to the bar with my uncle. My uncle tells the bartender, it's like, hey, it's this kid's 21st. And she said, oh, it's your 21st. Guy next to us. He says, oh, it's your 21st. Check this out. He orders me a drink right there. And I'm all like, okay. I forgot what drink it was. But it was very strong. Bear in mind, very strong for me. I am a lightweight. I'm not shy about my weight. I'm about 143 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And that's after regaining my weight that I lost from Offkai. But that's how I knew the night was just getting started.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I was really drunk after several drinks, another guy said, oh, it's this guy's 21st. Yo, round of whiskey on the house. And the bartender took out so many glasses and just poured a shot of whiskey into each of them. And everybody in the bar grabbed one, and I grabbed one. And that's the last thing I remember.
Well, yep. I'll do it.
It was certainly a quiet night, for sure. It was a wonderful time. Would I do it again? In a heartbeat. Would I die? Probably
not good for the liver. You know,
Absolutely not.
I actually didn't like that quest because I could not find Lenny. I was like, where is this man?
Did you shout his name? Lenny!
I did.
Hey, Lenny!
But like...
there you are, Lenny. Yeah, Lenny!
He was just wilding out. I was like, Arthur, please, can we move around? Also, I was like, Lenny, it's fine. Micah sucks. I was like, it's okay. We can leave him. Lenny was like so cut up. I was like, he's awful, Lenny? Like, yeah. I don't know.
Oh, speaking of Red Dead, I'm curious, what kind of weapons do you like using in Red Dead? Because I remember you mentioning explicitly in your stream yesterday, you needed to take your emotional support gun.
Yes, I have emotional support guns. So my preference is generally the Lancaster Lancaster Repeater is what it is.
Repeater? I hardly know her.
Yeah, Lancaster Repeater. The rare rolling block rifle.
Oh, you found the rare rolling block too?
I did.
I may have a repeater myself if you come take a look at my stream really quick. But go on.
Yeah. So I really like the repeaters.
Repeater? I hardly know her.
And then I very recently got I
Dang it, May!
I was using the sawed-off shotgun as my close range, but I've swapped to the volcanic pistol, I think.
Oh,
Whatever that
volcanic
thing is.
pistol. But yeah, this repeater that I got here is pretty good because it actually ejects cartridges when it cycles. It's okay, we're empty. Actually, it does take cartridges. Let me just grab a cartridge from my cattleman revolver here. Yes, I prepared all this before. But you take one of the little cartridges, you put an airsoft BB in it, but this one's empty. We're Twitch TOS compliant. You load it in. This bad boy can hold 10. And to load it, you actually load it in. You can see the cartridge in there. And then once it's ready to fire, you fire it. And when you cycle the gun, it actually ejects. That's
cool.
on the floor. It's okay. Oh no, I'm wearing socks. I cannot grab this with my feet. Unless... Uh-oh. Okay, so maybe thigh-high socks isn't the best idea. Come on. I got this. I got this. Oh! Nope, that was just the fabric. We'll be right back. Hey, we're back! So I managed to grab it. Very cool.
Hooray!
But yeah, this is a shell-ejecting airsoft. It's not a real gun, don't worry. We're TOS compliant. Airsoft, lever action, Wild West,
I love
limited edition repeater rifle. I hardly know her. Let me just set
What
this off
guns
here.
are you using in Red Dead? Now I'm curious.
So I like to use revolvers, as you can see here. This here is a replica of the Colt Single Action Army, or as it's known in the game as the Cattleman Revolver. And it takes these little dummy bullets. You load 6 of them in. You load it up, and you spin it for good measure, because if you're a real cowboy, of course you have to spin the revolver. Now, what I liked is going to the gunsmith in the game, and you can actually get the longer barrel variant of the Cattleman Revolver, also known as the cavalry length barrel, which is 7.5. Unfortunately, I don't have the cavalry length revolver. I got myself the big iron. Just
Whoa.
a bit longer.
Just a bit.
And the best part, it spins just fine. You can spin it.
Yeah, that's
I love
wild.
It is very wild. Let me eat some more cheese. This cheese has been sitting here uneaten. We need to change that.
A big bite.
Oh. Uh-oh. 82 minutes. That's how long I lasted. 82 minutes in the Bob Ross voice.
Oh. You did good, though.
I did good.
Yeah.
Let's try again. Wild West because Ness lives in the West? Yes, and I am quite wild. Thank you.
You know, it's funny, in Red Dead, I have found the most difficult enemy for me is wolves.
Oh, those are mean.
I die to wolves a lot.
Here's a tip. I noticed when you were playing, you don't really use Deadeye that often.
I'm not
If you
using Deadeye at all.
Oh.
I'm trying, because I think Deadeye trivializes the fights. That's why I haven't been using it.
But when it comes to wolves, one Deadeye shot to the face is all you need. I abuse Deadeye. There's 2 wolves inside of you. Help. Get off of fur affinity. Uh-oh, I'm trying to keep it comfy. I'm sorry.
Have you heard the story about how I played a furry game when I was a kid and didn't know it was a furry game?
That's like how I watched an anime as a kid and didn't know what anime was. Go on.
So, I found this game called Furcadia. Again, everyone is going to be like, Raz, this was so obvious. But I didn't know. And
if you don't know, you don't know.
You don't know. So there was this game called Furcadia. And all the avatars were like anthropomorphic animals. And I was like, well, it's a game. That's fairly normal. And it was basically just like tons of user-generated content. Users could make their own maps. They had their own coding language. You could do all sorts of stuff. I played this game for years, first of all. I was volunteer staff for this game. And I didn't know until years later that I was like, oh, it was a furry game. And like probably everyone there was a furry. Because that's like
look at that.
his primary audience. But I had a great time. I was vibing, hanging out, just chilling.
Now, I have many opinions on furries. However, several of my friends are furries or former furries, and I'm all like, oh, okay, cool. As long as you don't get into furry stuff, they're all right. Furries are generally nice. It's usually the few bad actors that you come across that ruin it for everyone. Many such cases.
I think that's true of any community. I think furries in general are generally nice people. All the ones that I've met.
And suspiciously wealthy.
Yes. The fursuits cost a lot of money. They're very expensive. Yes, that is true. Well, I think it's because there's something that, like, there's, like, certain sectors of the tech sphere, or, like security, like, digital security, cybersecurity, like there's like a fairly large contingent of those groups that are furries, and they make like decent money, so you know, that's where it is. But yes, the fursuits cost a lot. I used to know people that took fursuit like commissions that they would make for people. Oh my god. That's insane.
There's some pretty good money to be made there. That's some fine craftsmanship. I can appreciate fine craftsmanship. In fact, let me go ahead and grab some of the 3D printed items that I got from my first SakuraCon here, because there was a 3D printed vendor in the artist hall. And when I saw these, I could not resist. What I have here are the Bolson's hammer and a key from the Legend of Zelda games that he 3D printed. And I'm like, good sir. The whole interaction was a core memory, because I approached him as if, because the way he set up his vendor booth was like a shop in a video game.
Aww.
With these as the wares, with the rupee amount in front of each item. And we just had a pretty much LARP conversation.
I love that.
About me purchasing these wares. I come into his shop like, sir, shopkeeper, I'm wondering if you could help me out with a conundrum that I have. I'm trying to get past Dungeon Man's dungeon. However, there is a boulder blocking my way, and I cannot get past it, but I can see past the boulder. There is the door to the next room that I must access. Do you have anything that could help me with this, good sir? He's like, perhaps this Bolson's hammer may help you out. Using this hammer on a boulder will destroy it, allowing you access to that next room you so seek. Well, good sir, you drive a very hard bargain. How many rupees would I have to pay to perhaps acquire such an item of this caliber? And so I paid the price, but then I remembered. Wait a minute. I remember when I was peeking past the boulder, that door had a lock on it. And I'm afraid I don't have a key to open this lock. Do you suppose this hammer could break the lock? And he said, no, this hammer's not built for breaking locks. However, I do have a key that is purpose-built for opening locks. Boulder, that's hard, man. Also, I'm just imagining anyone on your stream not seeing the props I'm holding and just are confused as to what I'm talking about.
They just have to imagine. They just have to use their
imagine. They get to imagine the interaction. That's even better, actually. One of the most underrated things, in my opinion, is the imagination when it comes to stories. When I was a little kid, I was all about the picture books. I'm all like, man, this story doesn't have any illustrations. Lame. But then, as I started reading more texts, I'm gonna leave it there. I've noticed that the texts with illustrations in them kind of ruined it, because I already had my own mental image of what was going on. And that's the magic. That's where the magic is. So, I guess, great, now no one's joining my stream. They get to imagine the story. If you come to my stream, the magic of the story is ruined.
Yeah,
because now you have canon visual elements.
That's true. That's true.
Great. Very cool.
Instead of imagining the block of cheese being eaten, they'll be able to actually see it.
I've also noticed something about myself when it comes to going to cons. My first particular con, I spend 3 figures in the vendor hall. Every subsequent con after that, I don't buy anything from the vendor hall. Except for Offkai this year, which I bought the Bono standee just so I could put her in a jar like this. It's funny. Her community laughs every time. I deserve to get bonked for that.
Yeah. Did you buy that from a vendor though? Like her?
Yes.
Okay.
Her official
the
the
official
dropouts booth from You could get it online, but it was there, and I'm all like, I don't have to wait shipping times or pay shipping for this. Sweet. Because I shipped myself to California. Why would anyone do that? Offkai. That's the only reason, really. My best friend, G11, he loves California. And I hate California. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. That's a paragraph. So you know... oh no, here we go. Hey, Raz. So you know a hellhound is typically depicted as a dog that is on fire. They can't speak, but they're usually portrayed as sentient and have an understanding of language. Therefore, they can cast magic, assuming it needs no words or complex hand motions. For example, the hellhound can use its paws to draw glyphs or runes for a spell in, say, sand on the beach. Hence, under the right circumstances, a hot dog is a sand witch.
That's great. Excellent. A good joke.
That is a core tier joke. That's some good stuff right there. I'll drink to that.
That is good. That was a good one. Yeah, I think once you go to a convention, it depends on the convention, of course, but once you've seen the dealer's hall at like an anime convention, you've seen most of the dealer's hall in any other convention. Unless it's a different kind of convention, or maybe a different demographic. So like a Comic-Con versus just an anime con versus a VTuber convention will have different booths. But
yeah, I'm about to drop some numbers. You ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 2, wait, the best number. But aside from that, SakuraCon 2022, I think? I can't remember. Oh no. 2021? My first SakuraCon that I went to. I dropped $300 in the vendor hall. I got so many things, including these 3D printed assets. Very cool. Since then, I haven't dropped a penny in the vendor hall at SakuraCon. I do really appreciate what they have to offer. What I do like is that STL Ocarina, where I get all my all but 1, 2, 3, all but 3 of my ocarinas from. They had a booth at the vendor hall where they were selling a real Ocarina of Time. But I already had one. But I really appreciated it.
Yeah.
By the way, I do play the Ocarina. I have a redeem. You know what? You get a freebie. I'm not going to play the real Ocarina of Time. I'm going to play the real fake Ocarina of Time. This one's made of plastic. Have you played Ocarina of Time?
No.
Oh no. In that case, let me play you the Song of Time. Check this out.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Oh no. Oh no, we're going back in time 3 days! Ah! But yes, the ocarina is a wonderful instrument, and I love playing it. In fact, I have a lot of ocarinas. I went on an ocarina autism binge. I tend to do that with newfound interests, if you haven't noticed, with airsoft guns and ocarinas and cosplays.
If they bring you joy, then it's worth it.
But yes, last year at Offkai, I dropped... You know what? I revealed that number on my Offkai recap stream. There's no need to reveal that embarrassing number again. Are you winning, son? Welcome in, Uranium. I was made for this. We have Sauvignon Blanc wine with Dubliner cheese. I hardly know her cheese. And we're talking about conventions now and the vendor halls. How I spent a ton of money last year on merch. And this year, I almost got away with not spending anything. There was a Watame full-length wall scroll that I really wanted, but I decided, nope, I don't need that. So I did not get it. There was an artist that I follow very, very closely on Pixiv. He's one of my favorite artists, and I will not say which artist it is, but he was there last year, and he was there again this year. And I forced myself to just walk past his booth, because I know if I stopped by his booth, I would have bought all of his prints.
You would have lost a lot of money.
I almost made it out of there scot-free until Bono said she had her merch at the booth there, and I'm all like, you know what, Bet, I'm buying your standee and I'm putting it in a jar. And she said, do it. This is the result.
Love it. Perfect.
Now, the best part about this standee, the jar I initially had, the standee would not fit in the jar. She was too big to fit in the jar. I had to get a bigger jar to put her in.
A specific jar, just for that purpose.
The specific Bono jar. Wonderful. Raz, do you think you'll ever get a standee?
You know, I have thought about it.
You know what you should get?
What should I get?
An actual custom-made marionette.
People have said that.
Very expensive.
I was gonna say, I think the production cost would be astronomical.
A plushie would work just fine.
A plushie would be good. I think a plushie is more likely.
Would be I would buy that. I watched you enough to buy that.
I mean, there's the one plushie that exists that Chris made.
Well, that's a one-time
It
dealio.
is.
That's a unique commodity.
It's
That's
true.
Awesome.
She is her own entity at this point. Yeah, I think I would like to do a plushie at some point. I'm kind of picky about quality because I would rather you guys,
as well you should be,
pay for things that are actually good. So I think
if it's you, it's gonna be good. You got that seal of quality.
I gotta shop around. I actually really like, I know some people like the full-size plushies. I actually really like the little Nui plushies, the small ones.
The tiny little guys?
Yeah, the little guys.
I like the big boys.
The big boys are fun too. I think they suit different purposes, which I appreciate.
Remind me after stream to dig up from my ancient You know what? After stream, remind me to just take a picture of my plushie couch and send it to you. You're gonna love it.
Yes.
Out in my living room, I have a couch full of Hololive plushies. Like, you cannot sit down on the couch because there is no room for it. Because the plushies are arrayed in rows such that they take up the entire couch.
I love
that. It is the plushie couch. That was back when I was a Hololive stan, and I loved Hololive. I'll drink to that.
Hell yeah. I was gonna ask how much that cost, but maybe it's best if we don't know.
4 figures.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
That's fine. It was over the course of several years.
Yeah.
Now, the way I see it, the way I copium justify it, if you're spending your disposable income on something you're passionate about and that you enjoy, especially if it's not harming anyone nor yourself, and not putting you in any financial jeopardy, is it really wasted money?
No.
I posed this question to my family, and they quickly changed the subject.
The answer is no. It's not wasted money. If you get enjoyment out of it, then that's all that matters.
Yeah. I still use all of my airsoft guns, even my limited edition ones, except for one that I've yet to reveal. I have not fired it, and I don't intend on firing it. It is a collector's piece and meant as a collector's piece. And you know what? Major spoiler alert. I will be revealing this particular airsoft gun on December 24th.
Whoa.
Look forward to it. If that's not a pitch to follow me, then I don't know what is.
That's a great pitch. Be like, get in there.
Also, I hope you don't mind, but I'm starting to run out of Bob Ross juice, if that makes sense.
That's okay. That's okay.
Keeping this in mind when you get a new meth pipe. Excuse me! I mean, technically, I did put on the intoxication tag, or rather, stream warning label here. So I guess talking about that stuff is fine on my stream, which he's doing. I can see it from the Twitch dashboard that it's from my chat and not yours. I try. This is my second attempt at making a stream all ages as opposed to 18 plus. I will be the first to say I prefer an 18 plus audience.
That is totally
I know
fair.
you prefer it all age, and I'm doing my best here
It's
for all
funny.
ages.
I actually, so my audience is majority 30s plus.
Good.
I just don't put, the thing is, I think when it's 18 plus, I just prefer the not 18 plus jokes most of the time. So sometimes I feel like people are like, oh, it's an 18 plus space, I can go ham. And it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Chill out. So sometimes the all ages. I feel like as I get older, I have limited patience with like kids, but they only ever come out in the summer usually, I find. It's their time.
Yo, you just helped me realize something that I've been internally struggling with for a while. And that thing is, why would you have an explicit 18 plus space if you can't do 18 plus things? And then you just solved that.
Well,
that just blew my mind right there. You know what? This cheese collab has been a great success.
Woohoo!
I learned something brand new, and I'm gonna forget it tomorrow because I'm kind of tipsy. Even though I remember stuff when I'm tipsy, I don't remember it when I'm really drunk. And this amount of wine, while yes, will get me there, it has been done over the course of a long time and not all at once, so I am feeling just dandy.
Yay! I'm glad.
Dandy like Trelawney. Oh, you played the mission yesterday. Trelawney's comeback to the guy that lost his watch in the poker game. He's like, there's something I don't like about you two. Well, there's plenty I don't like about you, but unlike you, I have the decency to keep my mouth shut. Yo, Trelawney's got hands.
I love him. I love Trelawney. He's so funny. Yeah, he's such a goofball. When he showed up like pretty early and then he like disappeared for a while and I was like, man, I'm so sad that this man is not with us all the time. Instead we got the drunk, I forget his name, the drunk reverend who's always like having a moment. I'm like, dude, can you?
Oh yeah, him, Reverend Swanson.
Yes, I'm like, Swanson, you gotta lay off the beverages, sir.
I mean, to my credit, I've been laying off the beverages. In fact, since the last cheese collab, this is the first time I've drank anything all week. And you know what? Credit where it's due. I take that as a win. And I'm going to try to keep that up.
Yeah.
Except for tomorrow. I'm going crazy on karaoke night. That's when I go crazy. But other than that, karaoke night's only every other week. So you know what? I'm going to make my drinks last.
Yeah, there you go.
Easy game.
Easy.
Speaking of easy game, you mentioned on stream that you didn't really play any of the mini games like poker, blackjack, or dominoes, which is okay. But would I interest you in possibly a poker or dominoes night sometime? Or even just teaching you how to play if you don't know how to play? Because I've found myself absolutely enamored by the dominoes game. When I see the dominoes on the minimap, I drop what I'm doing to play it. When I'm streaming the game in the Discord in a VC, they see that. It's like, oh, dominoes. Oh, we're doing dominoes.
That's funny.
I have a story really quick. I know you want to say it. Let me tell this really quick. There has been when I was much younger, my mom got me a dominoes set. But when I was a wee lad, I didn't care about learning how to play. I just wanted to line the dominoes up and knock them over and line them up again and knock them over. Mm-hmm. And that was my enjoyment. And then one day I set the dominoes on the windowsill near the kitchen. And that's where it's been forever. I just set it down and it's not that I moved on. Well, I guess I subconsciously moved on from the dominoes. Truly tragic. However, the other night, I messaged my mom, and I say, hey, Mom, you remember that dominoes set that's been sitting on the windows for nearly 30 years now. Is it still there? And she's like, let me check. And then several hours later, yeah, it's still there. I'm like, sweet, next time you're over, can you bring it over? She's like, sure. So now I have my set of childhood dominoes, and now I know how to actually play, and it's wonderful.
I love that. I would so be down to doing like a mini game, like dominoes or other stuff.
Now, do you have
Right.
Tabletop Simulator?
I think I do. Let me see.
Holy moly, this man doxed his age, only relative. It's no secret that I am well over 30. Come on, guys. Oh my. It's fine.
But for real though, no, like I do have Tabletop Sim, I just checked. It's been a long time since
Nice.
I've booted it up, but
You know, maybe one of these days you might be my second Tabletop Sim collaborator, because my first one was with Talon, and that went swimmingly. And I think the Tabletop Sim is a wonderful collab idea.
Yeah.
So many possibilities. I'm curious, do you have any games that you would like to introduce in such a tabletop simulator fashion?
I'm trying to think. The only one that I would think about maybe doing someday on Tabletop Sim is Kingdom Death, but that's very complicated.
Ooh, that'll be funny then.
Kingdom Death is like a co-op survival horror.
Oh, it's co-op! Yeah!
It is co-op. And
it's gonna be good.
It's basically like the odds are entirely against you and you're most likely to die. It's a miniatures game too, and then the monsters are piloted by like an AI card deck.
Yo! I'm liking this already.
It's very fun. So I might do that sometime. I think that they have a setup on Tabletop Sim. I would have
They
to
should.
check.
Tabletop Sim has like every game ever.
That's what I've heard, and it's been enough years since Kingdom Death has come out that
Yeah.
it's
If you
probably
just
out there.
look for Kingdom Death in the Steam Workshop, there's probably one. And if there isn't one immediately, if you dig around on the internet, you can find one. For example, one of my favorite tabletop games that I was lucky to be introduced in person from my best friend from high school, is called Scythe. And
I've heard good
it's
things
no
about
longer,
Scythe.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. But it's no longer supported officially on Tabletop Simulator because of disagreements with the people who own Scythe and the people who own Tabletop Simulator, so it's been pulled. But the files are still there, and if you have the files, which I managed to find online, you can play it.
That's great.
So, yeah, I've been wanting to hold a Scythe Tabletop Simulator. The problem is, it is a relatively complex game.
Yeah.
But like any complex game, once you get the gist of it, everything falls into place. But it's that initial breakthrough.
Mm-hmm.
I tried holding a teaching session, and if I do say so myself, I never speak highly of myself unless I have 100% confidence in what I'm saying. I genuinely feel I'm a decent teacher at things I'm competent at. For example, I was a math tutor for 7 years, and when I'm in a teaching mode, I have max level patience, max level politeness, max level support. I have that maxed out bedside manner that you just don't get anywhere else, which is why I was one of the best math tutors that the University Math Center had to offer, and I take pride in that.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
I love that.
And that has transferred into my personal life when it comes to teaching board games, when it comes to training a new hire at my job who would later quit after a month, but due to no reasons no one could fault him for, because a 3-hour commute would make anyone quit. I also have a history of mispronouncing commute 100% of the time, except for just now, that didn't count.
Yeah,
But
a 3-hour
teaching
commute.
stuff
That's too long.
is way too long. And I'm like, you're great for the job, but I can understand your frustration. And it's going to be sad to see you go, because I like the guy. I freaking like the guy. Him and I got along great. But unfortunately, like a 3-hour commute, he found a job much closer, and I'm all like, You live your best life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I got to know you, dude. I learned some things from you. You learned a lot from me that you're never going to need again because you're not working here anymore. But, hey.
Love that.
So, maybe sometime next month or in the future, I'm going to bother you about a tabletop sim collab, and it'll be funny.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
That's the goal, is to make it funny, because something I've learned from streaming is, by the way, you could tell I'm drunk, and you've unlocked rambling mode, so please forgive me. But
you're good.
Something I've learned from streaming is that if it can't be good, it can at least be funny. This is why anytime I fail in a video game, I just make it funny. That's the trick. Just make it funny.
Yep.
We're not streaming to be good. We're streaming to be funny. And that's one of the things I try to preach to my community, rather selfishly, is that if you have something you want to do but you're scared that it's not going to be good, I'm going to tell you firsthand, it doesn't have to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. Do what you like because you like it. If you chase what you want to do for attention, I'm going to say that's the wrong way. Chase what you want to do because that's what you want to do. And if people want to tag along, that's some of the best feelings that you'll ever feel. I just started this because one of my favorite streamers stopped streaming, and I'm all like, I pulled a Thanos. I said, fine, I'll do it myself. So
that's a great reason to start, though.
Yeah. Now, the tragedy of that story is that later that same streamer would come back to streaming, and I'm like, oh, in many ways similar to Andy from that one Toy Story movie, I don't want to play with you anymore. So I am no longer associated with that streamer. That said, I sincerely, and I cannot stress this enough, I sincerely do wish them the best. They're aiming for a Twitch partner. Freaking go for it.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? That's great. I'm just getting off the train, but I hope your train goes strong. I really, genuinely do. The problem for me was that I felt that because I started streaming, I started to develop my own self-confidence and stuff. I was no longer a participant. I jumped from viewer to streamer, and that has a lot of connotations to it, apparently. At least to some people. And
yeah.
Yeah. I felt that it didn't feel the same in the community. And I'm like, I don't feel very welcome here anymore. And you know what? The streamer came back, and their content, while it's kind of the same, it feels something's off. And Ness is at the drunk honesty stage. Here's the thing. I'm always at the honesty stage. I'm just at the drunk honesty stage. So you're totally right there, good sir.
I think, yeah, I mean I feel like that happens a lot. I think also to, how to put, I mean, there is something to be said. I think a lot of people who want to do streaming on like a higher level, I guess. They want to be partner, they want to do it as a job or something. Yeah. They do want viewers who are fairly like dedicated to them, which, you know, there's levels to whether that's how healthy that is between them and their audience.
I was a simp for her. I'm gonna admit that right now. I simped for her hardcore, very hardcore. I was like one of her number ones.
I get that. And like, I think sometimes, I mean, I guess the thing for me is, like, I think the most successful people, you shouldn't take that for granted. You have to understand that, like, people are going to change, and their life experiences are going to change, and they might not always have time for you, and, you know, it's great when you have someone who supports you and is, like, your number one and your ride and die, but I don't know, you shouldn't treat people differently just because they're not your number one anymore, I guess is the best way I can put it.
Yeah.
In my opinion, in my humble
Your way of presenting things this is the reason why I call you the Mr. Rogers of VTubers. And I really mean that with the utmost level of respect. Because basically, I can't believe I've done this. I am so sorry. I just dumped a bunch of forks in your chat.
You did. There's 15,000
so
of them.
Oh, man. Oh no, there's even more! Ah! There are so many. Oh, I can't believe this. How will we financially recover from these forks? There are way too many.
We might never recover. This is a lot of... They're everywhere.
Now, fortunately, my chat's safe from this. They are sanctioned off from 30,000 forks that are currently overtaking Raz's chat right now. It is absolutely wild. You dropped your forks, truly the moment of all time. I can't believe we've done this.
Yes. Well, once you drop them, you can't get them back. You cannot pick them back up.
They are free. They are free to roam.
Exactly. They're on their own. They're doing their own thing.
It's good stuff, I'll tell you what. The forgs have made me forget what I was about to talk about. Truly the moment of all time.
That's okay.
However, we are starting to enter what I would consider the closing stages of the stream. We got about 10 minutes left. You said you had a 2-hour block for this, which I can respect. My stream, my cheese collabs usually go for about 2 hours, and if they go for longer than 2 hours, that means both of us are really drunk and going off the rails. Which has happened. Case in point, last week's cheese collab went for over 6 hours, and that is one of the longest streams I've ever done.
I know that. I mean, that's a long stream.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for full-time streamers that regularly stream for 6 to 9 hours. Yep. Nice, by the way. And it takes a certain energy to do that. And given how I currently have a full-time job, I not only don't have that energy, but I also don't quite have that free time due to life responsibilities, which is how I categorize streamers into 2 categories. Streamers without a job and streamers where it is their job.
Yes.
You can't merge the two. You can't judge. It's apples and oranges. They both have their appeals. You just can't expect a streamer with a job to have long streams, which is why all my streams are about, at max, 2 hours in length, except for Fridays, which today is Friday. Oh, today is Friday. Happy Friday. Right? I forgot to say that.
Happy Friday. I meant to ask Ness, do you have anything exciting coming up that you want to shout out?
Oh, absolutely. Let's see. There's a cheese collab going on every week through October, including Halloween.
Let's
this
go.
Month. And I do plan on doing more cheese collabs. Today is Friday in California. Shoot! But yeah, lots of cheese collabs. I do plan on doing more cheese collabs through November. I still have to do on my to-do list before the end of the year. Guaranteed, these 2 things will happen. A gold tiger stripe Desert Eagle airsoft gun showcase stream. I'm going to try to bring out my targeting system and try to set up another camera to get that on camera. A cursed cooking stream, which is actually a subathon reward from my last birthday stream.
Do you know what you're going to cook? Or is it just...
Spoiler alert.
Okay.
It's going to be very cursed. On the menu so far, I have at least, but not limited to, Gatorade mac and cheese.
Okay.
Some people have recommended surströmming, which I am looking into methods of obtaining.
Uh-huh. Yep.
I am more than willing to accept any and all cursed consumable recommendations.
I think some people think that Kool-Aid pickles are cursed. I've never had them.
Kool-Aid pickles?
Yes.
Let me pull up my stream ideas. Jamie, pull up streamideas.txt. Okay, Kool-Aid pickles.
Mary says surströmming is a bad idea.
Perfect. Surströmming it is. Ghost pepper? I have ghost pepper every year. You get that on my birthday. Every year. Ghost pepper ramen. That's a thing. Don't hurt yourself on stream. I try not to, but... So, Raz, you know my super, really, really big iron?
Mm-hmm.
My last cheese collab, I was spinning it, and it hit my leg. and it hurt. I accidentally spun too hard.
Oh.
I spun to win, but I don't intentionally hurt myself on stream. That's the key. It's not intentional. But other things, my birthday stream, I mean, it's hard to guess what day it is. December 28th. I mean, come on now. That's rocket science at its core. Would it hurt if I spent uranium? Please, we are... Listen, this is one of my few attempts to be family-friendly streams, and I am... While I guess that could be considered a family value, please. By the way, the answer is yes.
Yeah, I don't think that generally doesn't hurt by design, to be honest.
In any case.
Mary, what is that sumo?
What are these emotes? These are certainly the emotes of all time. Right, you follow sumo wrestling.
I do, and is that a
I'm
Tommy
curious.
Fuji? I think it is.
I am curious how and where you follow sumo wrestling. I remember Twitch recommended me a sumo wrestling channel that had sumo on, and I tuned in because I'm like, oh, hey, Raz watches sumo. Let's see what the hoopla is all about. And honestly, I don't remember what the hoopla was about, but I do remember being impressed with the performances on display.
Yeah, Midnight Sumo is pretty good. There was another dude called Nato, but he got in big trouble with NHK, so...
Oh, no!
Yeah.
No.
I think he's gone underground. So there's somebody, I think he still does some stuff, but my husband and I sometimes also watch on Abema, but you have to be up, like, really late in order to watch the, like... Because, like, the things that you want to watch are, like, the top 2 divisions, which are Makuuchi and Judio, and so, like, anything before that are, like... They're obviously professional sumo wrestlers, but their level of skill is a lot lower. The top 2 divisions, you actually get a lot more dudes that are like, oh, they're really good at sumo. So, but then you have to be up at like, I mean, maybe for Pacific time, it might not actually be that bad. You might be able to catch some good matches without it being too late.
If I can just pilot off of something you said about low-level skill matches, those are the best. If you want entertaining sports,
yes.
watch the low-level stuff. Watch the entry-level, amateur level, like any sport. College football, that stuff is wild. It's better than the NFL, and you can quote me on that one. The plays that happen in college ball are just some of the most off-the-wall wild stuff. Because here's the thing. When you watch the top-level stuff, everybody, they're playing at a top level. All the meta's already sorted, and it feels kind of stiff, kind of. But when you're low level, entry level stuff, you get to see all the haymakers, you get to see the wild off the wall plays, you get to see the bold strategies, etc.
That is true.
A good example. I'm a big Formula 1 fan. I host Formula 1 watch-alongs in my Discord. If you like follow along, join my server. I'm doing a Formula 1 Battle of Mid through the season, where we pick 2 drivers every race, and your score is based on how close your drivers come to 11th place. So far, I am doing terribly in my own contest, but that's the fun of it. But, yeah, the Formula 2 and Formula 3 feeder series, heck, even Formula 1 Academy, especially Formula 1 Academy. For those who don't know, Formula 1 Academy is exclusively female motorsport people. They're all women drivers, and they can race really well. But because it's not the pinnacle of motorsport, they're free to actually race. There's no politics involved. These people are racing to race, and it is absolutely lovely. You get to see crazy racing maneuvers you normally don't get to see. You get to see dive bomb maneuvers to make a pass that would never stick in F1. But because these guys aren't at the top level, they can make those moves, and it's absolutely wild. The same amateur boxing is a guilty pleasure of mine. Watching boxing. I shouldn't like boxing, but I do. I try to be a very non-violent person, but boxing is definitely a sport that I enjoy watching. And when I watch top-level
boxing
boxers,
is not that bad it's not that bad for the brain. Comparable, football's a lot worse. Because the micro like concussions in boxing, you don't get those in the same way. So it's actually not as bad as you might think for those guys. Health
I do
wise.
like a good boxing match.
Yeah.
And I will say, I remember watching. I was at a relative's house. My mom had connections, and there was they were hosting a watch party of the pay-per-view Manny Pacquiao versus Mayweather. That was the fight. And we all know how that went down. And if you don't know, I'm about to tell you. The fights leading up to that, my eyes were glued to the screen. Those guys were actually fighting. They were going at it. There was lots of action. And then the main event, Pacquiao versus Mayweather. Honestly, Raz, you and I could replicate it because it was just a friendly hugging contest.
Yeah.
They hugged each other so much, I forgot it was a boxing match.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, they must really like each other.
Yeah.
Lots of respect. Friendly hugs all around. Very cool. And of course, Mayweather won the fight because he was the favorite, and Pacquiao was the only one actually trying to throw punches. But, you gotta give credit to Mayweather. He's a compassionate, kind man, giving lots of hugs. And honestly, I'm all for that. I'm a very huggable, I'm a very huggy, physically compassionate person. If you're at the bar with me and you give me several drinks, I'm going to be hugging you. So please understand that I am a very huggy person.
That's a good kind of drunk to be, though. I think we would all rather someone be like the happy, touchy-feely, wants to give a hug rather than person who gets aggressive with random strangers.
I feel like I lucked out in that department. The kind of drunk you are, where I am a very happy, goofy, go lucky, lovey, hilarious, always laughing drunk. Case in point, a little bit of Ness 1228 lore nobody asked for. I won't get too into the backstory as to why, but my brother-in-law cannot stand alcohol, and he hates alcoholics, straight up. I won't go into it, but I'm the one exception because he noticed when I'm drunk, I'm just a ball of happy energy no matter what's happening. Period. No context. Because there's stories of people when they get drunk, they get all angry, riled up, they want to fight, or people who get super gloomy, depressed when they're drunk. But for me, no. This is what's dangerous about me, and why I'm very conscious about my drinking, is because I am doing everything in my power to not become an alcoholic, and I'm winning that fight. Like, it's a 10-0 matchup. I'm on top of this. It's wonderful. I got it down pat. I'm
good.
not an alcoholic. However, when I do drink, I exclusively drink around people, which is why I mentioned that for these cheese collabs, I will only drink if the other person's drinking, which I hope your Sauvignon Blanc is serving you as well as it is me.
Yes, it was great.
But as I'm sure you may have noticed already, when I get tipsy and or drunk, I am just a ball of positive energy, which is a direct contrast to the clinically diagnosed major depression that I usually am, which gives the terrible conclusion that I should drink more to feel better, but I threw that out the window many years ago, and I'm glad I did. And here's why. I learned the second best lesson in college. The first lesson, I'm not going to say on Twitch, but the second best lesson that I learned. I actually got scammed out of a Nintendo Switch back on my senior year in college. Yes, I'm doxing my age, but don't worry about it. But I went to my favorite brewery and ordered my favorite drink as a cope. Like, man, I can't believe that just happened. I got swindled. I hope I can get a refund, but I'm feeling awful. I took a sip of my favorite drink, and it tasted miserable. I'm like, I can't drink this. This is awful. I can't do this. I paid the bartender for the drink and said, sorry, I just can't today. I paid for my drink, I left, I went back to my room, and I just weathered the storm. But I learned a very, very valuable lesson that day. I can't drink if I'm feeling really stressed and down over hardship, which is
That's a good thing.
lesson to learn.
Yes.
It's a very good thing. I lucked out with that one because I'd later go to that same brewery, order the same drink when I'm right after work on a Friday night with my math tutor buddy. We were really good friends. Right after work, we'd head to that brewery, walking distance. We'd just go there, hang out all night. Drunk chess was wonderful. I'd ordered the same drink. Heavenly. Those were the days. Let me tell you, drunk chess is the best chess because chess is stressful, but when you're drunk, you don't care.
That's true. That's true. You're just vibing.
You're vibing. And the funny part about drunk chess, what we did, after you lose, you can take a drink and make up a rule.
Love that.
And before we know it, we had backwards moving pawns. We had queens that could move like knights. We had kings that could move like queens.
I love it.
And it was a wonderful time for everyone involved.
That sounds joyful. I will say I do probably have to get going.
Oh crap, it is past that time.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
You're all good. Thank you for doing your cheese collab with me.
Of course.
I hope you had lots of fun. I hope you enjoyed the cheese. I know you have a lot of cheese left. I hope you enjoy it.
This cheese will serve me very good in the days to come. I'm going to put it on my food. I'm going to shred it up, cut it up, and I'm going to use this cheese. This cheese will be put to good use for a final cheese verdict. The Dubliner cheese by itself is an acquired taste, but I can appreciate it. This is certainly... I can imagine this cheese is going to be great on foods, but by itself... maybe not so much.
Yeah. Yes. For sure.
Dubliner, I hardly know her. Thank you. That's what we're going for. Third time's a charm.
Woohoo. Love it. Well, thanks, guys.
Who are we raiding? I'm gonna let you pick. We're gonna raid someone.
That's a good question. Let's look. Who is around?
I'm gonna tag along with you. We're gonna double raid someone I've never met before. I'm all for new experiences. Let's go.
Let's see. Let me take a quick look. I'm going to look and see. There's a girl named Peachy, and she does a lot of... she's a VTuber, but she does a lot of old school RuneScape. She does a lot of, like, Ultima Online, like, old MMOs, essentially.
Older games, like Josh Strife Hayes. Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah, her ultimate game is Ultima Online. That's like her absolute favorite, but she's been on like an OSRS kick recently. I love her. She's really great. I will send you her handle.
Awesome.
Her name is Peachy Meow. She's been going for like 3 hours, but I think she normally goes pretty long, so.
Nice. Let me get that name and we can get this raid going.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cute name.
Yeah, she's a cutie.
Oh, there's 2 Ys. That was close. Oh, she is a cutie. She's playing RuneScape. Yes!
Yeah, she is playing RuneScape right now.
I played RuneScape. Okay.
What she's up to in there, but...
some forbidden Ness1228 lore. I actually started the first instance of Ness1228's existence was in old school RuneScape.
Really?
Really. That's how it started.
Love it. Well, you should... I love Peachy, so...
I'll check her out.
Yes. Well, thanks for hanging out with us today, guys. We super appreciate it.
Thank you all for coming. If you haven't followed Raz, what are you doing? Okay. Full context, full disclosure, I hate VTubers. Raz is one of my favorites, straight up. She's up there. Really high up there. So, if you're not following her, you're missing out big time.
If you're not following Ness, you're missing out big time.
You're missing out on hearing protection, is what you're doing. Full disclosure, my streams get very loud because I am normally a very loud person. But this was the change of pace that I've been looking forward to all week.
Yeah, you were very cozy today.
I didn't think I had it in me, but this is wonderful.
You did great. Shall we go say hi to Peachy?
Let's go say hi to Peachy. Thank you for coming to Cheese. I hope you guys have a very cheese night. And we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time.
There will be a next time, hopefully.
There will be. There will be.
Hey.
But thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.